Have you ever over whipped your cream?
Can't say I have.
No. So, if you have over whipped your cream, ever, the answer is to make butter. So I'm going to show you how to make butter today. I think it's actually a really good thing to learn to make because I often take it to friends with like a bottle of wine if we go there to visit for dinner or for lunch or something, because it doesn't actually cost very much for a pint of cream, but it's just such a lovely thing to give. It's wrapped in greaseproof, tied with a bit of string. It's just a really nice prezzy. So this is how you make it. It's really, really simple. Pint of double cream into your stand mixer, or if you haven't got a stand mixer, your electric hand whisk is absolutely fine. All right, and then you start whipping the cream, and you keep whipping the cream until you get to this point. So this is the stage that sometimes people get to and they go, oh God, I completely over whipped it, and it goes sort of slightly clotted looking and it starts to separate. It goes as a darker yellow. That's the stage where you can't use it anymore for a pudding, okay? But it's a stage that's just before it starts separating out, and then you get butter. And I just suddenly remembered, if you haven't got a stand mixer or electric hand whisk, you can do this in small amounts in a jar, in a jam jar, and just shake the jam jar, and eventually it will become butter. Right, so you don't need one of these. It just takes a bit longer and a bit of arm work. This takes the grunt out of it all. So just pop it back on. If you just have a quick look, John, can you just show? Can you just see how it's just ever so slightly trying to separate down there? All right, it's going to get worse than that. Well, I say worse. It's going to be brilliant. Now, take a look in there. We've got the start of butter. There we are. Can you see that? That is basically butter. But what it also has in it right now is a lot of liquid. So the more I whisk it, that's when the buttermilk starts flying off it, and you'll find there's an awful lot of liquid that comes out. And I'm going to have to start draining it in a minute once it happens, and then carry on whisking until I've got as much as I can out of it. And then we have butter. And I'm going to make something fantastic with this. Magic. Look at this. Look at that. All the liquid. Can you see all the liquid?
Looks like scrambled egg.
It does look a bit, but that's butter. So that's butter there. That's the buttermilk that I pour off. So when I make this, quite often what I do with that liquid is I use it to make scones. Okay? But I'm not going to do that today. I'm not using it for scones today. I'm just going to do something with it. I won't waste it, I promise you, but I'm not going to make scones. I'll make something really lovely. So let me just finish off, just get as much as I can out. It will all kind of come together in one big lump. This is when it gets really wet. Okay. There's the butter. There is all that amazing liquid. It's quite clever, isn't it? I think it's real magic. Real magic. And not a lot of people know how to make butter, and it's so simple. But the main thing is that, you know, if you do mess up your cream, please don't throw it away. You just take it a little bit further, just keep going with it, and you will get butter, and then you can at least use it. So I just leave that to drip for a few minutes, then I'm going to sieve it, and then I'm going to run this, I won't show you, but I'm going to run it under a cold tap as I'm squeezing it, and this just squeezes out excess buttermilk. The reason you do that is if you leave too much of it in, it goes off quicker. Alright, so as much as you can take out is great. And then you have this pack of butter, which I'll show you, and then you can do lots of different magical things with it. You see how I've squeezed it all, and then I've just left it to drain for a little bit. Okay, I'm going to pop it onto some greaseproof paper. As I said, this lovely buttermilk that's left, you see that? That makes beautiful scones. Really, or soda bread, really good soda bread as well. It's scrumptious. Now, I'm going to kind of shape it, make it look pretty, as if I was going to be taking it to some friends. And I try not to touch it too much, you'll see my hands are warm. So, just flatten it. Flatten. And then I just fold it over. Just give it one, okay? And then, if you've got butter pats, even better. I just tend to make it square with my hands like that. Like that, open it up. I just edge off like that. And that just looks like a really lovely homemade butter pat. Then you get yourself a little bit more greaseproof. Like a nice clean piece. Down like that. Fold it up. And then fold it over like that. And then you've got a really lovely prezi tied up with a bit of string. It's nice, isn't it? I think it's just a really lovely thing to take to somebody's house. And all it takes is a few minutes and a pint of double cream. Sorted. Okay, so to do that, we're going to make something with it. I'm going to make the best garlic bread ever. Garlic cheesy bread, actually. Lovely. Oh, I love garlic bread. I haven't had it for so long, so I just thought this is the perfect thing to make with it. What we haven't done yet, and if I was going to be taking some friends, is probably I'd make this salted. Okay, it also helps to preserve it, so you can add a whole load to it. You can add lots of different flavours to this butter. The one I take at Christmas to people's houses is with mandarin zest and brown sugar and a little bit of cinnamon, and it's a really lovely butter to have on mince pies. So it's a really nice recipe if you take mince pies and you take some butter with it as well. It's really lovely. But we're just going to make it into a magnificent garlic bread today. So I'm going to take half of it, okay? And I'm going to put a good liberal sprinkling of salt into that, okay? And then lots of chopped parsley. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of chopped parsley. Put that into my butter. Okay. And to that as well, what I've done earlier on is and it's great. I love fresh garlic, and I might put a little bit of fresh in here as well. But what I also really love is baked garlic. So I just take a clove, a bulb, and I put it into a bit of foil with some olive oil, okay, and you just bake it in the oven. And then what you're left with are these really soft, these little pulpy bits of baked onion, which are slightly caramelised. Okay. And those come out, they just literally pop out of the clove. So I just pop that, pop. So I'm just going to pop these in, John. I might add a little bit of fresh garlic as well, so if you want to come back. Okay, so I've got the parsley in there, I've got the cooked garlic in there. I'm going to put some more garlic in, I'm going to put fresh garlic in as well. Loads of it. As I said, you're going to do garlic bread well, you've just got to go for it. And on top of that, garlic and the butter and the salt, I'm putting some gruyere cheese in it, grated, okay? Make it all lovely and stringy, and it's got a really lovely cheesy note to it. And then add a little bit more. Squidge it all together, okay? So that gets squidged into this lovely cheesy butter. And then I'm going to do another bit of cheese as well.
Do I spot mozzarella on the plate over there?
Yeah.
What, is it going to go in there?
No, a different way. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So this is all mixed together. This is, blooming lovely. I'm going to get a little bit of foil. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to cut the loaf. I'm going to do it almost all the way through, okay? Like that. Pop that onto here, some already, and I'm going to stuff it with the cheese. But first of all, got a bit of mozzarella. I'll put the mozzarella in as well. Just some little pieces, and this again is going to go really squidgy and lovely inside. So open it up, pop the mozzarella in, squidge it down, and then get a squidge of the cheesy butter and pop that in on top, okay, into each groove. Done. Then I just wrap this like that in the greaseproof first, and then I'm going to wrap in a double helping of tin foil, do on the barbecue as well. You can just put it in the back of the barbecue and just let it go slowly if you want to. So it's great for barbies. Just remember which is the right way up. So the seam is going to go underneath. I'm going to make sure that I'm really nice and tightly done up. And then I'm going to shove it in the oven. I've got it on about 180. I don't know how long for. I'll tell you when I come back. Yum! Right, I did 180 degrees, 15 minutes. And I popped it up to 200. I unwrapped it, kept it kind of still in its sort of foil boat. But I unwrapped it and just opened it up. So the top is brown and a little bit toasty and golden brown, and then you can see the butter and the cheese and everything just around it. Glorious, wonderful garlic bread. I can't wait to get in. I really can't. Oh my god, this is just... I tell you what amazes, it's just doing that little toasty bit at the end. I mean, there might just be a little bit too much butter, you think, but whatever. This is the bit I'm trying to get because I think this is going to be the most fun to look at. There we go. Okay, squidge that out, Lottie. Just show everyone how completely glorious that beautiful garlic bread with cheese, and it's got the baked garlic.
Edge bits, please?
It's got the baked garlic. See, baked garlic in there, parsley, homemade butter, bit of salt, gruyere cheese, mozzarella cheese. My mouth is actually watering. I'm gonna have to just nibble this bit because that bit was just too hot to hold. Oh god, that's so good. As I said, if you're going to do garlic bread, let's just do it. Let's just do it big time. Let's just do it with loads of garlic butter, loads of cheese, and then just do it once a year. That's the way to do it, isn't it? Burnt my fingers, burnt my mouth. It was worth it. Alright, there you go. Best garlic bread in the world.